I'm in my greenhouse planting some vegetables. And I'm thinking about all these farmers that's losing the farms. All them white farmers. Not the black farmers, because we donating to them. You don't hear the black farmers crying the blues, but them white farmers, oh shit, they talking about they losing their farms now because of Trump. But they voted for Trump. But they losing their farms. Right. The black farmers, you don't hear them crying the blues, right? Here's the difference. See, they wasn't dependent on the government. When you depend on the government to take care of you, my daddy told me never depend on the government. Now see, if they cut my little social security check, I ain't gonna say little, but because I can use that piece of coin that I worked for. You understand? I worked 32 years for my monies, for my coins. So it's mine. But I didn't depend on the government in my retired life. You don't depend on the government. No. Anyway, back to the farmers that's losing their farms. I can't even say I feel sorry for you. But this is what I'm going to do. Look here, people. Let me tell you something. Oh, look at here. This is going to be some good eating right here. You understand what I'm saying? Look here. I just grow my own stuff. Look here. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. So, I ain't worried about them white farmers losing their farms. I ain't even feeling sorry because they voted for Trump. You get what you asked for. You asked for the tariffs, you got them.
So the people who say no handouts just lined up for a handout. Now tell me why farmers in Arkansas are standing outside with their hands out again, begging Uncle Sam for money. See, when it's regular people struggling, rent too high, groceries too ridiculous, can't afford health care, the answer is always from these people, stop complaining, stop asking for handouts, and pull yourself up by your bootstrap. Farmers in Arkansas are crying out to the feds for stimulus money like it's open mic night. And look, I get it, because times are hard everywhere. When you plant your crops, raise your cattle, take on the risks of farming, wasn't that a personal business decision? So why is it on me and you to make sure that that decision keeps paying out? Because see, when you and I make bad decisions, government doesn't cut us a check to make it right for us. Now, let's connect the dots here a little bit. These are the same people voting for the same politicians who say government is the problem. Yet as soon as the tractors stop running and their profits dry up, government magically turns into a solution for them. Ain't that funny and ironic? The question is, do we owe farmers any help? Or do they need to practice what they preach? Figure it out. Tighten that belt. Leave taxpayers out of it. Cause last I checked, it's really not our problem to fix somebody else's gamble.
You're not gonna believe this. I saw that someone on Twitter were saying, the white farmers on Twitter were saying that when they had all these mass deportations, that they just automatically thought that they were going to send the black people to work their farms. The black farmers who had already lost their farms and just, other black people because they needed the help and they wanted the government to send them, I guess, criminals so they can work on their farms, so they can keep their farms. Because, me keeping my farm and not caring about you and giving you low wages, that's just the American dream, right? Stop it. Y'all need to stop this. This is just totally ridiculous. Little Johnny, little Susie, all the ones that you're paying all this money because you've gotten all this government money for free. You need to go get them out of college, which is what they used to do in the olden days. Get them out of college, get them out of their little jobs, and get them working that farm on the weekend. There you go. See, I fixed it for you.
I want to say this to our community, and it's going to probably piss some of y'all off, but it's the realest shit I'm going to say. Our community is so built on gatekeeping to each other that is crazy. I have been trying to learn how to farm and things like that. I've been watching a lot of TikToks and things like that, but I've been trying to figure out how to fill out this USDA loan or the application so I can start the process of trying to get some funds to get my own farm and get my own land and stuff like that. And everybody is telling me to buy their ebooks or purchase their book that they have online, which tells you everything. $30, $40 books. Now, if we live in an economy where we can barely buy eggs, what makes you think that I can afford your book? Okay? I'm just asking for some help. So if there are any black farmers in the DMV area that are willing to help other black individuals, other content creators who are looking to get into farming and learn about farming and growing our own agriculture and things like that, that are willing to help for free, that will help build the community of the black farmers, please comment or send me in that direction, because I'm so sick of y'all. I get it. Money makes the world go around. Y'all got to make a living too. I get that. But the information that y'all are giving was free to you, is what I'm saying. Y'all learned this information for free, and now y'all charging everybody else to get it, which is crazy as fuck in this economy, especially the way the world is about to finna go for us. You would think that you would want to help wholeheartedly the black community grow in farming, but y'all just want to make a buck, which is crazy. I mean, I guess that's how America works. I mean, it is how America works. It works off of money, right? It works off the dollar. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, right? But y'all are holding the black community stagnant that wants to learn about farming.
Have you noticed that there's one group that has not made any noise or made videos complain about Trump's policies hurting them or their business? Black farmers.
Right now, a lot of white farmers are scared. They're struggling with new rules, losing money, and blaming the government. Some of them are even crying out for help. But you don't hear much from black farmers. Why? Because we already know the game. For years, black farmers have been left out on purpose. The system was built to push us out. Our land was stolen. We were denied loans. We were shut out of programs that white farmers used to grow rich. So now, when Trump's policies or government changes hurt white farmers, we don't feel the shock the same way. Why? Because we were never included in the first place.
Have you noticed that there's one group that has not made any noise or made videos complain about Trump's policies hurting them or their business? Black farmers. How many videos have you seen of black farmers, excuse me, making videos going, oh, I'm going to lose my farm because Trump cut off benefits. I'm going to lose my farm because Department of Agriculture no longer gives me subsidy. How many videos have you seen of black farmers doing that? That's because black farmers have historically, till this day, been excluded from all government subsidies. So right now, every white farmer is learning how to survive the same way black farmers have been surviving. Like I said, what Trump was going to do was bring every white American down to the black American level.
He's right. While they panic, we stay steady, because we've been dealing with unfair laws, broken promises, and stolen dreams since forever. Now here's something you don't hear every day. This woman is keeping it real. She's calling out the truth. White farmers are begging for help now. But where was that same energy when black farmers were crying out, losing land, and being ignored?
You know, I'm seeing all these videos right now where all these farmers are crying about not getting no help right now. You know what? Why? Because they ain't never got no help in the first place. That's right. USDA's literally admitted to discriminating against black farmers. And literally black farmers had to sue, thousands of them, to get what white farmers are handed for free. And fast forward to today, all these farmers crying that they can't get no help. You see, black farmers, they've been struggling. Y'all just now feeling what they've been feeling for over 100 years. Black farmers, they used to own over 19 million acres of land. But guess what? Systematic racism, denied loans, shady politicians, and legal loopholes wiped them all out. Yeah. And now they're 1% of America's farmland. When the government finally tried to pass relief for the black folk, back in 2021, white farmers sued to block it, claimed it was reverse discrimination. Make that make sense. So, you know, next time you see folks complaining about farm aid, why don't you ask them, where's the help for the black farmers? Ask them why their struggle is just now important when others have been suffering for centuries.
Let's go even deeper. This brother is about to break it all the way down. From stolen land to blocked resources, he lays out how the system has always been set up against black farmers.
The U.S. government gave 270 million acres of land away for free. Guess who didn't get any? That's right. After the Civil War, 3,500 black families managed to claim about 650,000 acres through the Homestead Act. Now that may sound like a lot, right? Well, that's when you realize that white settlers got 270 million acres, okay? Now the way I figure that, that's about a 400 to 1 difference. To paraphrase Martin Luther King, it wasn't just the land. The government built land-grant colleges to teach white farmers how to work the land. Then they sent out experts to help them succeed, and then they gave them low-interest loans and subsidies to keep white farmers growing. Black farmers, they were just left to figure it out on their own. Here's the wild part. You see, after the Civil War and the Homestead Act, black folks made it happen without government subsidies, and by 1910, black folks owned 16 million acres of land, about 14% of all of the farmland in the U.S. And here's the amazing thing, right? By 1910, that 16 million acres, that was the top part. That was the apotheosis of black farming. Think about the color purple, where all those black folks own land. They own that 16.
Not out of praise, but out of truth. Because while you rip through every part of this government, tearing down justice, equality, and fairness under the fake excuse of fighting DEI fraud, what you're really doing is confirming what black folks have been saying for generations. America was built on racism, fueled by fear and sustained by white supremacy. You've exposed it all. The masks are off. The polite racism, the fake allyship, the colorblind lies, it's all gone. Now we see it raw and unfiltered. You're not just targeting policy, you're targeting people. Black people, brown people, marginalized communities. And the wild part, we make up the smallest portion of this country, yet somehow we are the biggest threat to the lie that white supremacy built. That should tell you everything. You're afraid not of violence, not of replacement, but of the power we hold even when we have nothing.
Trump expected black people to fill in those positions that the illegal immigrants or the immigrants were doing in the fields. I could tell you, Mr. President, that is not fucking happening. We are not going back in the field. You could get that out your mind. You and all your Republican buddies, it's not happening. So you need to come up with a better solution for your shortage of staff. You can't pay us enough. We've been there. We've done that. Not happening. You need to figure out how to work out a path to citizenship for all these hard-working immigrants that do want to work in this country. Because there are lots of people that come into this country that honestly want to work. Not all immigrants that's here, whether they're here legal or illegally, want to commit crime or do commit crime. Statistically proven, you have more homegrown assault on this country than anything else. Mass shooting for one. You understand? So you need to figure out something. But black people, we're not the solution to that. We're not going back. And I believe if for some reason that was ever attempted, you're gonna have a fight on your hands. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Comment sections exploded. Videos started going viral. People from every corner of social media began calling out what they say was years of hypocrisy.
Black America, we need y'all to stand down. Sit down. Don't get up. Don't go nowhere. Don't do nothing. Let these people finish handling their business out here in these streets. Because these people, They are not playing fair, and they coming for us anyway. So we need to let them people handle this business of getting their people out of the way. Because they're coming for us. We know that. That's their sole intention, is to come and get us. I know y'all ain't seen me for a minute. I've been under the weather and you can hear it in my voice. But listen, man, I need y'all to chill out. Don't make no moves. Don't be out there in the streets with them rallies and them protests and all that, because all they want to do is catch us out there. And once they catch us out there, all hell is going to break loose. So stay your behind at home, watch you some TV, get your exercise on, drink you some water. I know my sister's chilling. Brothers, I need y'all to chill too, because they're coming for us. The man just had the whole database, the whole police database of misconduct wiped. I told y'all, when y'all hire a criminal, expect criminal activities. When you put a natural born criminal in the White House and you don't expect criminal activities to happen, y'all crazy. Y'all are out y'all freaking mind. Now they've been out there talking about where Kamala at, where Obama at. You know, they chilling. We don't need them to move.
Listen to me. Racism is the poison in Arkansas soil. That's right, racism. Last week, hundreds of Arkansas farmers stood in a room and broke down in prayer in front of their elected officials. They weren't praying for rain, guys. They weren't praying for sunshine.
You mean to tell me Americans don't want to pick lettuce for $2 an hour? No.
Bethany Gotts owns Quay's Farm in Mountain Home. But now, with fewer workers, a lot of the manual labor is left up to her. She tells me she's tried hiring locally, but it's been difficult to find people willing to do the hard work.
Finding a legal American here that is going to work as hard as an immigrant is nearly impossible.
Now the farmers are crying because they can't find any workers. Ain't that something?
She even posted job openings on Facebook.
I had 7 people contact me about it, and when I sent them the description, I had no people respond.
After you pushed out all of the immigrant workers who actually did the job, now you're standing around wondering why Chet and Kaylee won't come pick your cabbage in 100-degree weather for $4.75 and a Capri Sun? Y'all really thought folks were going to jump at the chance to break their backs for pennies on a dollar. But you know what's even funnier, y'all? Some of these farmers say the American workers they do get, they don't even last the whole damn day. One guy said somebody walked off by luck, and honestly, I support it. Listen, I wouldn't be out there picking strawberries and fighting bees and being dehydrated just so that farmer could sell those strawberries for $12.99 a box at Whole Foods. Negative. See, they've been telling you this lie for years. They took our job. Nah, Americans, you didn't want those jobs. You just didn't want them to have the jobs either. Now look at you, a field full of crops and not a soul to pick them. Next time, think twice before turning labor into a culture war. Because now, it's just you and your own damn tomatoes.
Just say I was at all soybeans at $150 an acre loss. You're looking at $450,000 a loss for just doing my job.
I'm in trouble, bad trouble.
Smith's 200 acres need 20 pickers, mostly Mexican nationals.
There is not enough documented people here to supply that workforce.
Most of your workers are here illegally.
But sure, if they got documentation, they got a better job working for me.
Fernando Aldeman, a Mexican national, has worked Smith's farm since 1992. Everybody's just scared.
Yeah.
Now, are you here legally? No.
No.
So, are you scared?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared, you know.
Smith's pickers make about $100 a day. He supports immigration laws, just not this one that threatens his third-generation family farm.
You want to get rid of illegal immigrants? Quit eating. And that's for everybody. That's, nationwide. If you want to get rid of them, quit eating.
Christ, my hands are cooked. I don't know how much longer I can do this shit anymore.
Bring them back. They got to bring them back.
Not the Nebraska farmers going bankrupt by voting for Donald Trump. I don't give a shit. You guys voted for it. Take the consequences. You guys.
I am a Republican. I voted for this administration, but my patience is running thin.
The closure of the Strait of Hormuz is causing prices to skyrocket, things like diesel fuel and fertilizer.
Gee, I wonder who caused that.
We're buying a little bit at a time, and sometimes we know that we've only got 2 weeks of fuel.
Folks, I want to dispel this notion that farmers in Arkansas had no idea the negative impacts that Donald Trump's tariffs could have on them. I think if I had to choose any job group in the United States that would understand tariffs, it would be farmers. They knew full well the impact that this could have on them, but they believed that in return for their vote, there would be carve-outs, there would be bailouts for them by the Trump administration from the negative effects of tariffs. And they've yet to receive that from the Trump administration. So this idea that they didn't see this coming or that farmers are just stupid is a fallacy. They knew full well what they were voting for, but they expected to be exempt. And I think that's the case for a lot of people right now that are being negatively impacted by Donald Trump's policies. And they voted for him because they thought that they would be exempt. Sexism, misogyny, and racism comes with a cost. And it's a cost you better be willing to bear, especially if that's going to be the sole reason you vote for an individual.
This Louisiana farmer told This Now that he is absolutely done with Donald Trump. My question to him is, why the did you believe Donald?
Okay, so far I think you've watched a lot of clips and I've been patiently waiting for you to watch this clip so that I can explain a whole lot. Now, be patient enough because this is going to take a bit of time. Put it into context here, to put it into some context here. Now, you voted for Trump and you are complaining. Meanwhile, you were warned over and over. What's even interesting is that black farmers even begged for help, but they were not given this help. What's even still interesting is that these workers who are immigrants who come to work on your farms begged and begged that they shouldn't be deported. But guess what? They were still deported. And what do you expect? Farmers do not have workers to work for them. Tariffs have caused prices to rise up. China, which was the main buyer of some seeds, have stopped buying. So what is happening? The Iran war has caused everything to crumble. The prices of gas has gone completely up. It's destroying the economy internally, externally, in whatever sense, because if there is no fuel, there's no gas, everything ends up. Everything skyrockets because transport cost increases. It's now related to the consumer. Until this is fixed, there is no possibility for America to be better. And guess what is interesting? We don't even know when it's going to be fixed. One moment we hear of a peace deal, the next we don't hear of a peace deal. One moment we hear that Trump is this, the next moment we hear Trump is that. What is happening? White farmers are raged. The shortage of workers, especially black folks, is crazy. They expect black folks to come back, work in their farms. They are still thinking of the slavery period. Oh my God, we are not going to do that. We are just not going to do that. So they better be prepared for what is coming. I think things have not even gotten really worse yet. It might even get crazy because MAGA voters, to be honest, are regretting exactly who they voted for. They voted for peace. They are getting worse already. They voted for stability. Guess what? Is there really stability? Prices are jumping high. I mean high. So what's the point now? Are you just going to sit down and acknowledge for once that black voters who actually told you the what's up are right for once? Are you just going to admit it? But well, it's so sad that this is already happening right now. To be honest, it's affecting not only white farmers, it's affecting everyone. And we just have one chance again. We have to only come to the media and talk about it until it gets fixed. I think all this, if you can discover, started on day one when Trump became president. He flogged tariffs to China, flogged tariffs to Canada. Canada, that was, I think, is one of the highest consumer of beans. So what is happening? What is really happening? If you have a proper solution, I know so far we have 3 years to stickle, but if you have a proper solution in the meantime, drop it in the comment section because this is getting out of hand. And I love these videos that I've compiled because I actually took my time to select the ones that white farmers are complaining. I took the ones that black farmers are complaining, that they complained way before, that they needed some help, they needed grants, and they were not given. And I also took videos of black people telling these people exactly what it is. You were warned before you made this decision. You were warned before you casted your vote. So far, this is what is happening in 2026. I hope at some point we get to realize that we need to work together, we need to think together. And when black folks tell you this is what is happening, now you're experiencing what we've been experiencing on a real time. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you've loved content like this and if you relate to content like this, please do well to subscribe, and I'll see you in another one.